So day 7, the final day of the journaling course. Amazing that you made it all the way to the last day. In this video, we're going to talk about essays and prompts, something that really has been super powerful in the way that I think about my life and the way that I've structured my thinking in general. Prompts are massive, prompts are huge, and writing essays is a great way to figure out how you feel and how you think about the world and develop just better critical linear thinking. Now, I'm going to go over some of my favorite prompts to start with. A prompt is when you ask yourself a prepared question to allow yourself to think about deeper answers. Instead of just writing what you didn't say, you can think about long-term ideas and questions that would actually move you forward. So here are a few journal prompts that I absolutely love. Are you taking enough risks in life? Would you like to change your relationship with risk? Huge. What could you do to make your life more meaningful? What do you wish you could do more quickly? What do you wish you could do more slowly? Really interesting question that allows you to check in on the way that you're approaching things and maybe things that you can tweak. What's a habit you would like to cultivate? How could you do it? What was the time you felt happiest in life? If I had all the money and the time in the world, what would I be doing? Very powerful one that allows you to figure out what actually lights you up. If you could control your life and move in a certain direction, which you could always choose to start taking steps towards something that's in your imagination that you project into the future, what would you be doing? What's making me feel excited to get up and learn? What makes me feel excited to get up and learn? What am I doing well? What do I need to work on? I love doing this all the time. Checking in on, okay, what have I been doing well that I need to double down on? And what are the things that are a weak point for me at the moment that I need to work on? Answering this frequently and often is huge. What do I want my life to look like in 5 or 10 years? We did this in the goal setting section. Very huge to figure out what you're walking towards and then set your actions and habits towards that goal little by little. Having your North Star that you're walking towards is huge. Talking to the older version of yourself. I used to do this every Monday where I would have a conversation with an older version of myself and I would get advice from him and treat him like a mentor that I really didn't have much of in my life, and he would be my mentor, this older version of myself, and it was huge. I should actually get back into it. It was one of the most powerful journal prompts and sessions that I would do, where I would spend sometimes up to 45 minutes just talking to this older version of myself. And no one knows you better than yourself, and you'll give other people advice, but oftentimes you won't take your own advice on a matter. So someone that knows you best, and you picture him as someone that's accomplished everything you want in life, giving you advice, and it seems like it's someone else, a separate entity, telling you what to do, you're more likely to take action on those really specific and loving advices. This is an older version of you that loves you, that's looking out for you. Very powerful prompt. What would you like people to say at your funeral? Huge. I answered this one recently. I did a video on that. You can look on that on my channel. But it's answering what would you want people to answer and talk and say about you at your funeral speech. What would you like people to say? What would you have liked to have accomplished in this life? What's the legacy you would want to have left? What good have I done today? Something that Benjamin Franklin always liked to ask himself. At the beginning of the day, he would ask himself, what good shall I do today? And then at the end of the day, he would check in, what good did I do today? If I repeat the actions I did this week for life, where will I end up? Is it where I want to end up? What would my life look like in 5 years if I took my current path? What would it look like if I took a completely different path? And then lastly, what would it look like if I took a radically different path? Something completely different. So what would it look like if I'm the same path? I keep doing what I'm doing. What is my life going to look like in 5 years? What if I slightly pivot my trajectory? And then lastly, what if I took a radically different path? What would my life look like? Those are a few prompts that I like to answer, that I found useful for me in my life. prompts are massive. Essays are the other things. If you have a question that's in your mind, something you want to explore, maybe a philosophical question, maybe a belief of yours that you're not sure on what side of the aisle you stand on. Maybe it's some political matter, maybe it's a theological matter, maybe it's something about truth, maybe it's about sacrifice, maybe it's just about where's AI heading in the future. Don't judge yourself on how intelligent your thoughts are coming across, but working on essays allows you to develop your critical linear thinking and allows you to have original opinions that came from your own brain that you originated. Of course, you're always going to be influenced by outside sources and media. No matter what within your answers, you are a product of your environment, but still, at least you're not completely word for word regurgitating and parroting what you've heard from other people on podcasts. You came to your own opinions by, you'll see, once you start writing out an idea, a foundation, an argument, or begin answering a question, once you start writing, you start building on it. New ideas come about when you're writing, and before you know it, you came up with something that attached all your different experiences and knowledge points, and you came to a conclusion that is your own. It's a beautiful feeling when that happens. So writing essays, answering prompts, that's the last thing that we did. Using all these days of lessons, you will be equipped with so much life-changing thought exercises, actions, future plans. You have the ability now to process your emotions, to deal with anxieties for the next days. Journaling is something that can radically change your life, and those are just specific things that you can do when you don't know what to write about. But just bring it with you everywhere. That's key. Writing, having a journal with you that whenever an idea comes about, you can write about it. Whenever an emotion that you have trouble dealing with comes up, you can process it. When there's a decision in life that you don't know what to take, you can weigh your different options, look at it as it's separate from you and not just, oh, I don't know, and it's all in this blurry haze of pros and cons. You can see it on a page and realize, oh, you know what? I'm really against or for this opinion or life choice. And it becomes much more clear when you write it down. This is a way to organize your thoughts, organize your brains, organize your future, and deal with your past. Thank you for watching these 7 days of journaling. I hope it's been helpful for you.